I am going to show you where on the island map for Ark Survival Ascended you can find Megalania and how you can set up your own Megalania Toxin farm. Megalania are only found in caves and they are the original climbing mount in the game. And the Megalania Toxin is a tribute item that is required to open the Megapithecus boss portal on the beta and alpha difficulties. The first location to find Megalania is the artifact of the Hunter Cave, also known as the Lower South Cave. The coordinates for the entrance are located at 80.1 and 53.6. When you get to the first junction in the cave, if you go to the left, that is the fastest way to the artifact, and if you go to the right side, that is where I have found the Megalania spawn, and that is where the cave loot drops are. As you can see in this cave, they are incredibly well camouflaged. It is very tricky to spot. It's just behind the crystals on the roof of the cave with the stripes. Again, if you walk past it, it probably won't jump down at you. It is outlined here more clearly with the tech helmet. If you haven't done your boss fight yet, you probably don't have your tech helmet, but I just wanted to show it. Another time I went into this cave, I found one hiding in a really sneaky spot. There, you can see in the crystals right there. We've angered everyone else down below, so we'll have to fight them. I like to bring a saber or a baryonyx in here. Not coming down for us. We'll see if we can shoot it down. I put this cave first on the list because it's one of the easier options in terms of finding them and easiest caves to complete. Okay, we got it that time. Where'd it go? Okay. It seemed like it just disappeared into the wall so that... Oh, there it is. Okay, it's down. They are very glitchy. Again, we're a bit overweight, so get it out of the bag. If you don't see one in this area, it could be that it's stuck in a mesh or a crystal, so try eating a rare flower and see if it comes out. The next location to find Megalania is the Carno Island Cave, or the artifact of the Devourer Cave. The entrance is located at 14.8 and 85.3. When you enter the cave, the main path is on the left-hand side of this pit. The few times I've seen the Megalania, they have been on the far right-hand side, which you can jump to through the shortcut. Again, you will find them camouflaged into the wall. They are very difficult to see. As I said, you can fight and jump your way across to get them. Another thing you can do is to shoot it down off the wall if you can see it. It will aggro to you, but will likely fall down to the bottom pit. They always seem to fall down and land in the castle. I have done runs of this cave where I have not been able to see the Megalania when I get in there. So a little trick that I have, and use this very cautiously, is to eat a rare flower. In this cave, it will bring you a lot of heat. You can see we are getting swarmed by bats. Just make sure that you have some health brews or antidote to combat the eventual rabies you get. But you can see the Megalania came out of the wall, it's spinning there, and it fell down to the bottom. It's tricky to see while I'm fighting all these bats, but it did fall. You might just need to replay that bit. Continue to work your way down to the bottom of the cave. You will eventually have to fight a large set of mobs. There's also a nice red drop to get down here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm actually going to tame the Megalania, because once you have some tamed, you can use them to start a toxin farm. I have cleared out all the bats and scorpions from down the bottom, and the Megalania is in the little castle with the artifact here. Surprisingly, they don't aggro to you when you get down to the bottom. If I take out my spyglass, you can see it is just chilling there. Just be mindful that they are always trying to crawl back into the wall somehow. I don't know why. Now this is level 25. I don't care about level. I am just getting a toxin farm. I have taken a second rare flower to try and get it to come out so it doesn't glitch into the rock again. And here it is. And I'm just going to trank it from the back of my baryonyx. Once you have them knocked out, access their inventory, and in it you will find 2 Megalania toxins, so grab that for yourself. Put your taming food in, and then you can tame it. You will need narcs because they do drop torpor quickly. I'm going to grab this one and take it back to base. Back at base, I have a male that I tamed on another cave run, and we're going to activate breeding in the female that we just tamed. And our oviraptor will pick up the eggs. Once you have your eggs, you can start incubation. So our eggs hatched and we have the baby Megalania. We can imprint them. And inside them, you will find the toxin. So out. And now you've got yourself 4 toxin. You can raise these and imprint them and use them as you would, or you can get rid of them if you are not interested in keeping them around. But this is a way to farm the toxin, especially if you don't want to be running the caves a lot. It's also a resource that you can use to trade with other people for boss fights if they're looking for them, because these are quite sought after tributes. I hope you found this tip helpful, because not every player knows that when you hatch the baby Megalania, they have the toxin in them. There are 2 more caves where you can find the Megalania. I put these in the second half of the video because they are trickier caves to complete, but I do want to mention them because often you will find more than one in there, sometimes 2 to 3. The first of those is the lava cave, or the artifact of the massive cave. The entrance to this cave is located at 70.6 and 86.1. So when you get to your first junction here on the left hand side, I have found some of the Megalania. I find them, due to the lighting in this cave, incredibly hard to see. You can see them just up on the wall there. I couldn't find these though without the tech helmet, so let me show you where they are. You can see we have 2 here. If they're not at the entrance, I have found them further into the cave, but here is my issue with this cave. So you can see up on the roof here, there are 3 of the Megalania. The one issue with this is they are right over some of the lava jumps, so if we aggro them, they will probably just drop into the lava, which is not helpful. And on the server I'm playing on, the entrance is really overspawned. This single player is okay, but on our server there are just thousands of dilos in that spot. The last cave that contains the Megalania is the swamp cave, or artifact of immune cave. And this one has quite a few spawns, so if you need to get a bunch of toxin, check out this cave. The coordinates for the entrance are located at 62.6 and 37.2. The air in the cave is toxic and will damage your health, so you need to wear a gas mask. This cave is made of some very narrow passageways where you fight lots of mosquitoes, but with the Megalania, I have found them in most of the large open rooms in here. You can see here in the room that has the blue loot crate, there is 1 Megalania up on the roof. This is the large final room with the red loot crates, and again you can see one up on the roof here. Very hard to see without a tech helmet. I'm going to put the gas mask on so you can see if you can spot it. With the green glow of the gas mask, it becomes really tricky to see these in the ceiling. There is a Megalania in this central room here. Now what I like to do is fight off all the creatures that attack you in here, heal up my baryonyx, and let me see if I can show you where it is. Just up in the corner up there. Again, they can be a little bit stuck in the mesh here too, so keep an eye out for that. One thing I like to do to draw them out and bring them down from the ceiling is to eat some rare flour. Just be warned, in this cave it can bring you a lot of heat, so do it very carefully. Clear out as many creatures as you can before you take the rare flour. So back in this main room here, I am going to eat the rare flour, and it just quathonked landed on the ground, so we can kill it and get the toxin now. We've had a few extra bugs come in, but I cleared out most of the space beforehand. If you don't want the extra heat, you can shoot them down, but I recommend the rare flour because occasionally I've taken it a couple of times and I've actually had some extra Megalania I didn't know were there in the walls come out and get extra toxin. Hopefully this video helped you find the Megalania toxin that you need for your boss fights, or helped you tame one. If it did, subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos for Ark Ascended. I have lots of great tutorials with concise and good information like this one right here.